Hello everyone and welcome back to another episode of Coffee and Crypto. My name's Don. Thank you so much for tuning in and watching today's video. If you are watching this live, welcome, good morning. Please drop a like on today's video. And if you're watching this back later on in the day, of course, drop me a like. I love to see people enjoying these videos each and every single day. It is Friday, so happy Friday to everyone watching. I hope you are having a great day so far and a great weekend planned. I have another great episode for you of Coffee and Crypto with some exciting news with Formula One. So if you're a big Formula One fan, which is exciting, but also just if you're a crypto fan, which I'm assuming you are, I have a lot to cover, as well as some NFT news, which is, well, look, I enjoy NFTs. Do I buy them and hold them? Not so much, but I do know that a lot of you guys watching this will be interested in the NFT space in terms of buying NFTs. So let me crack on, cover off what we're going to get into today. And first of all, let's look at the prices, see where we are at the moment. Prices are looking quite good, you may have noticed, over the past 24 hours. Let me just reload this again. For whatever reason, CoinMarketCap seems to take forever. There we go. Okay, so first things first then. Bitcoin, of course, over 27,000 now. Currently sitting at 27,121, up around 1% on the day, which is excellent to see. Ethereum at 1,889, up again, almost 2% on the day. Then we have BNB at $307, XRP at 51 cents. Cardano at 37 cents, Dogecoin at 0.07, and then Polygon at 90 cents, and then finally Solana at $21. So the full kind of top 10 are all in the green, which is fantastic. XRP up 2.1%, up 11% on the week. Again, there is a storm brewing, a positive storm brewing for XRP, so we are excited to see the price continue to, first of all, hold 50 cents, which is a bit of a kind of key level and a bit of a psychological level as well, but also get above up to like kind of 52 cents and almost 53 cents the past 24 hours, which is exciting as we close in on the June 13th potential big date for XRP. So that should be fun. Anyway, that's top 10. Like I said, let's move on and we'll start talking about some NFT hype from, well, the first part is actually an NFT from Nike. Everyone knows the brand Nike. I'm actually going to try and refresh this first because I wanted to show you something, but it's not refreshing. Anyway, I wanted to show you the trending things again because it's hilarious how they just don't seem to change on here. But since I've refreshed it, it's not loading, so we'll move on. So, Nike NFTs are to make their way into EA Sports. That sounded pretty legit, actually. But Nike NFTs to make their way into EA Sports games and millions of fans. So, quite exciting, I guess. I don't know why I've said exciting about 4 times already on this video. I will try stop. But in a major step towards mainstream gamer adoption for crypto, Nike's non-fungible token platform, Swish, will soon be integrated into EA Sports games, potentially allowing Nike's virtual footwear and apparel to appear in games. In a June 1st statement, Nike said that its virtual creations is its way of saying NFTs will be starting to become incorporated into EA Sports and in the coming months. So, though neither Nike nor Electronic Arts, also known as EA, has revealed which game titles will include Nike's virtual goods, EA Sports games include FIFA, which is most definitely where this will occur. That just makes sense. Which was awarded the most popular game of 2022, as well as Madden, NFL series and NBA Live series, all of which attract millions of gamers. It's expected that Nike NFTs will be customizable, wearable add-ons that players can purchase that alter their character in the game. Now, I do know that this was quite hyped back in 2021, this type of thing where you could buy digital like trainers and you would also get them as like a physical trainer or vice versa. You created a physical trainer and you get the NFT version of it or whatever it was. So again, it was hyped back then, but that was just the collectibles. But now they're actually implementing it and adding it to games, which is pretty cool. So you can literally have your own customizable pair of shoes or trainers or football boots or whatever it is in a game. So very interesting. Now, Swoosh, again, is the official kind of NFT part of it, tweeted that. And that does it for the launch of OF1 Collection. Thank you for the 50,000 plus Swoosh members who participated. We welcome back and recap all things OF1. Oh, and we have something special to announce, ATM. So this was their announcement that they are bringing it to the virtual games, which I'm not a gamer myself, never really have been, but I respect the fact that it's such a big thing. Everyone, I mean, people watching this, I'm sure you enjoy FIFA or you enjoy Grand Theft Auto or whatever the games are that are popular. Call of Duty, I know that's a big one as well, but you'll start to see more and more and more, in my opinion, NFT being kind of worked into games. There was apparently with the Grand Theft Auto, is it 6? Is that the new one? Someone correct me, but I think Grand Theft Auto 6 is the new one that's coming out, that people were expecting them to have their own in-game currency, like their own kind of cryptocurrency, but I don't know if it was rumours, and I don't know if they've done it because of when they started building the game, there was no plans for it. But obviously these games take like 10 years to build or whatever it is. So I don't know if they had implemented it at that point because crypto wasn't as popular or whatever. But I do know that there was talk of doing that. So that'll be interesting to see if Grand Theft Auto, the new one, does have some sort of in-game currency. It would make sense, in my opinion, to do so. I guess you can buy stuff for games anyway, like on, is it PlayStation Network? Am I right? I sound like I'm like 60 years old. I should really know more. But I think it's PlayStation Network. You can buy like in-game stuff or whatever Xbox. Is it Xbox Live? Is that still the name for it? And I'm assuming, like I said, in the future, well, what they should be doing, in my opinion, is implementing and adding crypto as a payment source and in-game tokens, like we all know with MV and ROND. ROND is the in-game token for MV. Now MV is a metaverse game, so it is very crypto related, but it's been a proper game for like 10 plus years on Nintendo and for for PC and stuff. So that's not anything new. They've just implemented it because they went to the metaverse and have their own in-game token. So if guys at Genzo Kisha can do it, I'm pretty sure guys at EA Sports and Grand Theft Auto can do it as well, and it will just continue to grow, and you'll start to see this more and more being implemented as, well, maybe more in bull markets because the hype will be there, and it's easier for them to sell that point or sell the game with that. But yeah, there definitely will be in the future, in my opinion, plans for crypto in gaming. Now, another part of NFT news, this isn't really, I guess it isn't really news, but it was just scrolling through Twitter and seeing this tweet, which I thought was pretty interesting. So he says, 2021 was wild. Someone offered me $2 million for a crypto kitty, and I said, nah, I want 10 million. So check this. So if it lets me open this up, and you can see it on your screen. So someone replied to him saying, I know the answer is probably no, but would you take 1 million for your new kitty, what you've already barely had for over 24 hours? Physical item included and couriered to me. So what that is with some of these crypto kitties and with some NFTs, like I've just mentioned, you would get a physical item as well as the NFT. And that's what this crypto kitty was. Then he replied again a few days, in fact, was that? Yeah. So that's I'm forgetting it's different dates, but like a month later, he offered them 2, i.e. 2 million. He says, looks like you want 10 though. That's going to be a bit out of my reach. And the guy replied, missed your message, 2 million's a monster offer, but yeah, at the moment, I'm wanting to hold for 10 million. I feel like it's definitely one of the few NFTs that is a Hall of Fame worthy, even if the majority of people don't seem to know that yet. So this is back September, October of 2021. Which is actually after, well, I guess it's not really after, but it was like near the peak, shall we say. The peak was obviously a bit later on, but like it was up there with some of the high, ridiculous prices that we've seen in crypto. So it's just mad to see this like play out truthfully. And let me see if I can close it and show you the rest of the tweet. And then people are just kind of commenting saying like, how mad it is, and then why he's saying it's so important, or why it was such a significant NFT. Again, I'm not, I don't follow, I know enough about the NFT stuff, but with the Crypto Kitty stuff, I didn't follow it too much. In fact, which is actually interesting. So, I don't train Thai boxing anymore, but when I did, our Thai boxing trainer Liam, if you're watching this, shout out to you. He spoke to me about Crypto Kitties back then, and this would have been, I don't even know, 2020 it must have been. And again, I didn't really have much care for it, because it was just like the NFT hype wasn't there yet. But Liam had seen it, and he was just kind of like, oh, this is so interesting. And I can't remember what app it was he was showing, but anyway, the NFT hype wasn't there. Plus it was like Crypto Kitty. I didn't really take much notice of it. And then look, someone had bought whichever special one that was, and someone offered him $2 million for it, and he turned them down. So pretty interesting to see. But yeah, it's just funny to see this. Like 2021 was a mad year, and the other kind of point of me bringing this to you is, I guess, more about not knowing when to sell is such an epidemic, shall we say, in crypto. Not knowing when to sell is tough for some people. Not knowing when to let go, thinking it's going to continue to rise, being greedy. Like, there's a lot of words that I could throw at this, but it all comes down to just not knowing enough, or not knowing when to take the win. It's something that we focus on, and something that we have been working on. Now, for anyone that follows us on Instagram, and me personally on Instagram, we have been rolling out our mentorship program, which has been exciting and taken off. We've already had I've booked in 5 and Dexton. So there's 7 bookings already for the mentorship. But one part I have been saying to people on the phone is, you don't know when to take the profit, and that's such a big deal. Making money in crypto is easy. Well, it's easy enough. But until you take it and you release the profits, is it that easy? And no, it's not, because I've experienced myself. I've seen hundreds of people do it around me, and you might be one of those people who didn't take profit in 2021 just because you didn't really know how to, or when to, or why. And part of, like I said, the kind of mentorship that we're offering and rolling out over the next few months is going to be focused on that as well, because it is, like I said, it's a bit of an epidemic. I don't know if that's the right word for it, but people just aren't using it to their advantage, or it's just because they don't exactly know 100% on how to do it. But look, we're here to help you, and here to kind of teach you that way. And yeah, point proven right here. He wanted 10 million for it, got offered 2 million. He probably only paid, I don't know what he paid for it. I'm sure he paid like nothing for it, basically, because if you mint them, sometimes they're like an ETH, if that, depending on the mint price. But yeah, anyway, it's a funny tweet to read through, because some of the comments are pretty funny, saying that the memories are worth more than the money and stuff, and well, obviously they're not. But anyway, I'll move on from the NFT hype from the Crypto Kitty on to some news regarding CBDCs, which is not everyone's favourite topic, but as I always say, they are coming, and we can't shy away from them. So it's good to at least get coverage on them to understand what's actually happening and what to look out for when we see CBDCs. But first, a sip of my flat white, and then we will continue on. Okay, so Standard Chartered PWC make case for programmable CBDC in China's Greater Bay Area. Now, not sure why it's like a robotic ant. That's interesting. And then a half-chewed coin. Anyway, interesting photo. Now, the British multinational bank Standard Chartered and PwC China have teamed up to produce a white paper on applications for central bank digital currencies in the so-called Greater Bay Area of China, the Guangdong province, is that how you pronounce that? Hong Kong and Macau. Programmability will make all the difference, they have concluded. Now, the Greater Bay Area, also known as the GBA, presented an interesting test case because of its multiple currencies used in multiple jurisdictions. Macau uses the Pataka, whereas Hong Kong uses the Hong Kong dollar, and China the yuan. About 3.8 trillion yuan, which is that's a huge number actually, is $535 billion of cross-border trade was carried out in the region in 2021, according to the report. This stuff like this here, right? Sometimes this goes over your head a wee bit, and especially in crypto, it might go over your head because you see so many crazy numbers, and if you think, oh, it can't get to this much, or there's only so much money in the world, or whatever it may be, like just alone in that little part of China, there was $535 billion worth of cross-border trade just in 2021. Not other trade, anything else, just cross-border trade. There was $535 billion. So, look, there's a lot of money in the world. There's a lot of money out there for you to go take and make your own. There's a lot of money out there for you to potentially invest and make even more money. So don't think that or don't set your mind too small. Trust me when I say there's a lot of money out there, and you, the watcher, the viewer, the listener, can have imagine just 1% of that, like of just this cross-border trade in 2021 in the kind of Chinese region. Yeah. Anyway, there's a lot of money out there. Go get it. That's what I'm trying to say. Programmable CBDCs have been under investigation in Hong Kong. It offers a range of advantages, the report said. The successful launch of programmable use cases in the GBA could provide a foundational framework for how other CBDCs could interact in cross-border commercial scenarios. Now, another thing, again, cross-border, who do we know in crypto that focus on cross-border payments and CBDCs? Answer below. I'll give you 3 seconds. Who do we know in crypto, one of the biggest names for cross-border payments and for CBDCs? Have you commented? Yes, Ripple. So, again, another huge reason why we're part of the fan base of Ripple and XRP, because they are focused on cross-border payments, making them as cheap as possible, but they're also now focused on helping banks and financial institutions on CBDCs. So that's why I am bringing you a lot of CBDC news, because it all makes sense. So widespread commercial adoption hinges on collective efforts between the industry participants to better serve their customers. CBDC smart contracts could be launched in the implementation of cross-border trade, in the supply chain for invoice settlement and added currency flexibility, and by retailers for streamlining services and loyalty programs by using single multi-currency wallets. So look, there is a big need for CBDCs. Not everyone's a fan of them, but cross-border wise, think of this as bigger than your investment or crypto in general. This is a massive trade, and it's again a future for the blockchain and crypto space, which is CBDCs and hopefully Ripple. Anyway, that's all for the CBDC news. Hopefully you enjoyed that and you thought a little bit different and with some of the things that I've said, and it's helped you to move forward in terms that there's a lot of money out there for you to take, and also CBDCs and Ripple are positive things to look forward to. Moving on to some Formula 1 news. So for any Formula 1 fans, I'm sure there's many of you out there. The Miston Labs SUI or SUI network partners with F1 Red Bull Racing Team. The Red Bull Racing Team has signed a $150 million sponsorship deal with the crypto exchange BYBIT in 2022. So you've already seen that all over the cars the past season, ahead of the market crash and major bankruptcies in the space. Now, Crypto.com also sponsored the Formula 1, and FTX didn't quite, as far as I'm aware, but I do know that they've sponsored, well, pretty much everything else, and that didn't go very well. But anyway, so the SUI network, and please, I hope I'm saying that correct. I don't know if it's SUI, like the Ronaldo thing, like SUI or SUI. I don't know what it is, but just don't call me out if I'm saying it wrong. I don't know how to say that word, okay? Let's move on. We're all friends here. Let's get back to the news. So, the SUI network, backed by Miston Labs, has announced a multi-year partnership with the Red Bull Formula 1 racing team less than a month after the blockchain. The blockchain's mainnet went live. In the June 1st announcement, SWI or C or I don't know said it would be the official blockchain partner of the racing team, scheduled to complete in Spain on June 4th. Greg Surunos, I think that's it, managing director of the foundation, said the partnership was aimed at demonstrating how Web3 enables human connections, while the announcement suggested immersive digital experiences for fans coming in months. So, don't get me wrong, this is fairly bullish. I'm sure that is on the Polygon network as well, which is it's a big network, obviously, and it's very positive to see. There's a little image there, actually. Let's see if I can make that any bigger for you to see, or to SWI. Let me see if we can SWI this. Is it going to open up? It's going to take me to Twitter. There we go. So, I mean, it's fairly small for being the big partner. It's a fairly small logo, considering BYBIT is right across the front, but anyway, still, Red Bull, obviously one of the top teams, so the fact that they're on the car is, that's massive in itself. So, Mistin Labs stepped up work on the SWI network following the Meta shutting down its Diam project. Oh, right, okay, yeah. Right, okay, I remember this. The network, based on Rust-based programming language Move, went live on May 3rd, prompting major crypto exchange Binance to start offering trading pairs. Look, see this here? I don't think this is like huge, exciting news, because Binance literally jump on anything these days. Anything that's like popular for a day, Binance will list it. Like, that just seems to be what it does. Binance are one of the biggest and baddest out there, and I don't mean bad as in like bad. I mean baddest as in like the baddest of the baddest. You know what I mean. So they're one of the top dogs out there, and they list pretty much any token as soon as it gets a bit of popularity. So yeah, anyway, still good to see, still amazing. It causes a lot of liquidity, which I guess is the main part, and it means that more money flows in and you can make more money and so on and so forth. Anyway, $150 million sponsorship deal from BYBIT back in 2022. I don't believe it says how much they have paid, the SWI network, or SWI network have paid. No, they didn't, I knew it. But I can't imagine it's going to be cheap. I don't think it'll be as much as BYBIT's $150 million, because, like I said, BYBIT's brands are right down the front on the nose cone, and they're absolutely huge. The bigger, the more expensive, and also the positioning also means the price goes up. Don't get me wrong, where they have positioned it is obviously right above the driver, but again, size-wise, when it's on camera, you're not going to see that too often. Where you really would want it is in the inside of that, because there's a camera that faces down the whole time. But again, prices dependent, and maybe one day we will sponsor a Formula 1 car. I can only imagine. That would be pretty expensive. Anyway, last but not least, some USDT Tether news. Now, I did put this in the title of today's video as USDT Bullish. I guess it's bullish. It can't run like a normal crypto, but it's still bullish news. So Tether, USDT, the market cap breaks all-time high, and the Binance CEO points at regulatory caps. At the time when USDT is touching new market cap highs, other stablecoins are struggling to keep their market share. The Tether stablecoin has hit a new all-time high, capitalization of over $83 billion as its market's dominance continues. The new all-time high in a year when the stablecoin issuers struggle to stay afloat due to regulatory woes. The same was pointed out by the cryptocurrency exchange CZ. In a tweet, CZ drew attention to Binance USDT, the Binance-branded stablecoin issued by Paxos. The Binance CEO said BUSD is a fully regulated stablecoin, was capped by the New York Department of Financial Services at $23 billion and currently sits at $5 billion market cap. Since then, USDT has seen tremendous growth. At the same time, when USDT has reached an all-time high market cap, its competitors such as Circle, issued USDC, and BUSD are struggling to maintain their market share. The second largest stablecoin, USDC's market cap stands at $28.8 billion, a difference of over $50 billion USDT. For context, at one point, the USD's market share dominance was nearing that of USDT, with the market cap reaching an all-time high of 55.8 billion in June of 22. So yeah, we've seen a lot of, I wouldn't say issues, but a lot of questions regarding stablecoins the past 12 to 18 months, but USDT seems to kind of, well, USDT's always kind of been the main one anyway. USDT, just to make that clear, has always kind of been the main one anyway, so normally the main ones do stick around and tend to gain the main kind of amount of traction, much like Bitcoin. USDT is kind of up there. There has been a lot of speculation in regards to the reserves, and a lot of people saying, well, if Tether goes to zero, then the whole crypto market goes to zero. That's what people say, because a lot of money is obviously tied up in it, and it kind of is the backbone of crypto. And yeah, it's, like I said, it's one of the biggest. It's going to be probably the biggest for hopefully the remainder of time. You're going to get other companies coming along like Binance with their stablecoin that will help support the market, because it's good to have multiple stablecoins, much like it's good to have multiple cryptocurrency to kind of spread the risk across the board. It's not great having all of your kind of dollar amounts in USDT, because what if it goes down or loses its tether to a dollar? That's why people split between USDC, USDT, and sometimes BUSD as well, just to kind of split the risk up a little bit. But yeah, nonetheless, it's amazing to see USDT still going strong and market dominance like it always kind of has done, and breaking a all-time high for market cap. So that is all I have for you all today. Hopefully you enjoyed today's episode of Coffee and Crypto. I do these every single weekday from around 9:30, and then post them on the channel for you all to watch back. If you haven't already, please drop it a like and consider subscribing to the channel. It means a lot to me when I see new followers to the channel, and when I see comments as well. Don't forget to comment, but when I see likes on each video, I know that I'm doing something right by showing up every single morning, and that's maybe a good point to kind of go off on as well. I always do this at the end. I always rabble at the end, but hear me out. So I'm here every single morning, Monday to Friday, to keep you entertained as much as possible, but also bring you the news, keep you in tune with the market, make sure you're not losing your mind with the prices, whether they're going up, whether they're going down, whether they're in the worst bear market possible or whether they're in the best bull market possible. I will be here to keep you right every single day, and I promise that. So please make sure you tune in every single day. If you're watching these back on YouTube, obviously, please feel free to put your phone down and go for, well, not put it down, but put it in your pocket. Go for a walk, get outside while the weather's nice, and listen to these videos like a podcast setup. You don't have to watch everything on the screen. You can just listen to me, and I can explain as much as possible for you. So don't sit around and watch if you prefer to get outside and get some sunshine. But yeah, like I said, I'm the voice of reason. I'm here to entertain and help you out as much as possible, and I always will be. I show up every single day to make sure that you are kept right in the market, and yeah, I love doing it. So if you do want more from me and from the rest of the team, you can join our Discord. There is a link below in today's description. There is multiple choices for you. It's a huge, big Discord that we have with over 2,000 members active each and every single day throughout the chat room and all of our updates. So yeah, consider joining us. It's a great community. We do have a community meetup coming very, very soon, which will be great to get everyone in the community together and yeah, just have a chat about crypto and talk to each other in real life and not just on Discord. So look forward to that. Thank you so much for tuning in to another episode of Coffee and Crypto. My name's Don. I will see you on Monday morning for the next episode. I look forward to it. I hope you all have a great weekend, and yeah, take care from me.